Yeah. This one I gotta do with the jabata. Me, I no get time, I did da.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Asante, and I was in the midst of doing my own hair, so that's why it's not fully together. But I came to give you guys this video of me getting my sister's hair right, flaying it for the first time using this new glue. We finna see if it get her laid or if it have her looking played from Melt Effect. See that? Okay. So yeah, this is some new glue that I'm trying out. I already put it down on my lace. It's in the melting process. But yeah, while melting mine down, I'm gonna start hers. But this is the glue, and I'm gonna insert clips of how I got it, how it came in the package. It only came with this. I purchased this and I purchased the remover. Let me get it. I'm sorry, y'all. It's just, I don't know. Anyways, I purchased this and the remover. I haven't even touched the remover, and this is what it looked like. Like, why it look like it's been used a little bit or it's been spilling out. I feel like it spilled out because the inside of the packaging smelled like oil, and this is like oil. So I think it spilled out a little bit. That's annoying. But yeah, so this one I'm gonna be using to melt her lace. So let's get into this video. Right here, you see me using the Melt Effect glue to lay down her cap because I don't want to use the Got To Be glue spray because it's harsh on the edges, and she's working on growing her edges back thicker. So I applied at least 2 layers to the cap, and then I let it air dry using the fanning method, which is, you know, taking a piece of paper or a notebook or whatever and fanning it back and forth until it's dry. So while the glue is drying onto her cap, I went in with some LA Colors mineral pressed powder, and I put it on the inside of her wig cap. I used the color CMP379, which is also known as sand, but I mixed it with a little bit of the CMP384, which is also known as ebony, only because I felt like the color sand, or the shade sand, was a little bit too light for her. So I already cut the excess cap off. I didn't show you guys that. You should already know how to cut a cap. But yeah, so I cut the cap, but I'm adding extra glue to the cap now because, you know, the pieces of the cap that start to roll back, you know, you want to lay those down as flat as possible. So that's what I'm doing right here. So I'm using the LA Colors pressed powder that I used on the inside of her wig. I'm applying it onto her cap. All right, so I'm using 91% alcohol rubbing alcohol. I'm using 91% rubbing alcohol on her, around her forehead, you know, on around the area that I want to apply the glue and the lace. I'm putting that on it just to make sure that it's clean and it's a clear surface. You're usually supposed to use 99% alcohol, but I didn't have any, so I used what was handy. Now I'm starting to apply the glue for her wig so I can lay it down. And this is the first application. And I did a total of 3 and/or 4 applications. I'm really not sure, which is bad, but I'm pretty sure it was 3. But one thing that I do want to get better at is not applying so much glue, because little go a long way with a lot of things. So yeah, I'm going to, next time I do somebody's hair, I'm going to make sure that I apply less glue, only because once I took her scarf off, I kind of had some excess glue that I had to fight to get off. So yeah. Okay, so for the most part, it was clear, but you guys, you really want to make sure you let it dry clear, which is why I stress not putting as much glue so that it dries quicker. But yeah, I'm impatient, so it was like a couple of spots that was like still a little white, not too much, but it was good for me. It worked for me. Anyways, so I just applied the wig down into the glue as like one section at a time. So just to make sure, you're getting everything stuck on there for real. And then you want to go in with a comb and take the back of it, or go in with a rat tail comb and use the end of it, and make sure that you're pressing the lace into the glue and massaging it into the glue. For me, I would have liked to have put a brand new wig on her so that y'all could really see what I'm capable of, and so that I could really see, what my skills are at. But all she had to work with was a used wig that somebody else had already applied for her. And for me, I just feel like they didn't pluck it the way they should have plucked it. So yeah, but I was pressed for time and didn't have time to like go in and really pluck and tweak and stuff. But next time I apply this wig, I'm going to make sure that I pluck the mess out of this wig, because I just feel like around the hairline, it's just not giving natural, because it's not as plucked as I think it should be. All right, so once I got the lace exactly where I wanted, in the position I wanted, I took a scarf and I put it around the edges so that I could make sure that it, had time to actually, bond to her scalp. And I let it sit for about, 10 minutes. As long as it took for me to style her hair, that's how long the wrap was on her edges. So whatever time that is. So that's what I like to do. I like to put the wrap on the edges and then go in and start styling the hair, because while I'm styling, it could be setting. So I styled her hair with some Cream of Nature's coconut milk leave-in conditioner and some Lotta Body mousse. And I wouldn't say I necessarily styled it for real, but more so detangled it and, got the curls popping again. All right, so I feel as though her last hairstylist left too much lace on it. I'm not a professional, but it just like, if I'm going to be going over something that somebody already did, I'm going to make it look like how I want it to make it look. And to me, it wasn't to my liking, so I had to make it how I wanted it to look. So I cut off some more lace because I feel like it was too much on there. All tea, no shade. But yeah, so I cut off some of the lace, and then I pulled out the edges and, well, pull out some pieces of hair to create the baby hairs. Right here is me actually starting to mold the baby hairs that I pulled out into place, and, you know, making them right so that I can put her scarf back on for like 5 minutes so that the baby hairs can set. And you know, I had to go in with the trusty, dusty, rusty, hot comb. And, you know, if I'd move to the side so y'all can see. But I went in with the hot comb just to give that, I don't know what they call it, but like that hump. You know what I'm saying? The little hump in the front. Yeah, so I tried to achieve that by using the hot comb. And I really should have did the hump before I wet her hair. But that's neither here nor there. And baby, this is what the final results are looking like. I really feel like I went in and did what needed to be done. Like, yes, it was certain things I could have did better, but for the most part, I did that. Right here is just some more clips of what the end results looked like, but you know this isn't a laid or played video if we do not test out that waterproof theory on this melt effect glue. So at the end of this video, I will be inserting a clip of us testing out that waterproof theory. Right, so she had this wig on for at least a week, and here she is drenching her lace in water, and it is testing the waterproof theory, and it's giving me very much, it's holding on. Like, this Melt Effects glue might be a top winner. Like, for the most part, it's no mess, it dries clear, it's waterproof, it's doing what needs to be done. The only con is that you cannot apply heat to it, so you have to use like your blow dryer on a cool setting. But for the most part, was this laid or played? Baby, it was laid. Melt Effect had her laid.
Yeah.